सबसे पहले हमने बात की थी आइडियलिज्म की। आइडियलिज्म क्या मानता है कि हाँ भगवान होते हैं। नेचुरलिज्म क्या मानता है कि नहीं, जो चीज़ दिखाई दे रही है सिर्फ वो होता है। प्रैग्मेटिज्म क्या होता है कि जो चीज़ हम कर सकते हैं बस वो होता है। सो प्रैग्मेटिज्म इज दैट थिंकिंग ऑफ वेस्टर्न फिलोसफी विच बिलीव्स दैट दिस यूनिवर्स इज रिजल्ट ऑफ डिफरेंट एलिमेंट्स एंड एक्शंस एंड बिलीव्स दैट दिस फिजिकल वर्ल्ड इज ओनली ट्रूथ एंड देयर इज नो स्पिरिचुअल वर्ल्ड। दे डोंट डिस्कस अबाउट द subject of God and accept soul as the object, generated active element, and demonstrate that the God of human life is live happily, which can be achieved by living social life or following social ideals and values. Pragmatism is thinking about solving problem in a practical and sensible way rather than by having fixed idea. Pragmatism is derived from the Greek word pragma and pragmatics which means practically and action. Pragmatism is down to earth philosophy. It is midway between idealism and naturalism. Pragmatism believes and gives importance to the experience, change and experiment. Charles Sanders Pearsall 1834 to 1914 and William James 1842 to 1910 of America are known as the demonstrates of pragmatism philosophy. According to the Charles, any belief is not ultimate and its meaning is decided by its practical influence. James explained about the importance of human experience, told that human is criteria of truth for all objects and actions. After James Johann Davy, 1859 to 1937 of America, took this philosophical idea forward. Davy accepted the willpower of the humans in social context. After Davy, his pupil in America, Kilpatrick promoted this philosophy and Spiller promoted it in England. Among these, contribution of Davy is maximum. Now let's talk about the fundamental principles of pragmatism. So this universe or world is the result of many elements and acts. Pragmatism does not get into explanation of search of basic elements of this universe, and it believes that this world is made due to many types of actions between many elements. According to it, this action keeps on occurring and hence the universe is always in the state of building. This physical world is only truth and there is no additional spiritual world. Pragmatists believe in the principle of utilization. For them, only those objects, acts and thoughts are true which has practical utilization in human life. This physical world comes true in that criteria and spiritual world does not come true. And then उसके बाद जो next है वो क्या है? Truth and value are changeable. Here we should understand that only objects, actions or thoughts are not of practical utility for human life for every time and situation. Hence, pragmatists do not believe in any ultimate truth and value. Goal of human life is to live happy life. Pragmatists only expect means only expectation is that one can solve their problem by understanding these and adjusts to the circumstances, and they also expect that it should give such a kind of momentum to the world which is still being built so that it results such an environment which can give pleasure to the humankind. Pragmatism has faith in the present and immediate future. Past is gone. Social growth is essential to live happily. Pragmatists believe that human is a social animal. Their explanation is that humans cannot live alone and is if left alone he cannot live human life, but he can live in society only when it adjusts to it. Every society has its own language, own civility and own culture. Humankind has essentially have qualities like love, sympathy, cooperation, compassion, tolerance, and human can adjust to any society when he acquire all these qualities. This in other words is called socialization, self acquiring of culture and social development. Hence it is obvious that humans life can be happy only if there is social development. Social skills are essential for the social growth. Pragmatists do not believe in only words but in practical applications. social skills like social behavior where love, sympathy and cooperation are expected. For this human has to sacrifice personal benefits for the social benefits. उसके बाद जो नेक्स्ट है वो क्या है? Soul is a substance created active elements and is imagination of humans. Pragmatists think about the practical aspects of human life in place of thinking about the creation of this universe. About the universe, the only thing they say that it is made of many objects and actions. They don't get into explanations of objects and actions. They even don't believe in the existence of soul and God. According to them, soul is the second name of the mind, and mind is an active element created by the matter. About God, pragmatists think that it is more imagination of humans whose faces keep on changing, and hence it cannot be called complete truth. They do not believe in any absolute power, and they don't search for any ultimate reality of the universe, and they accept the truth what is evident. Pragmatism believe in humanism, and pragmatism is based on the concept of human values. Growth of human is a social process. According to the pragmatism, humans grow due to his participation in the social activities of the society. Thought is subordinate of action. And pragmatism gives supreme position to the action. And then activity is more important than the ideas. In fact, ideas are born out of activities, and thus thought is subordinate of action. Faith in democracy. Pragmatism has deep faith in democracy, as democracy is a way of life and a spirit of sharing experiences. It is due to this that an individual develops an understanding of other people and their attitude towards him. Life, education and democratic process are all rolled into one. Pragmatism has faith in action and experiments also. ये एक्शन में, एक्सपेरिमेंट्स में बहुत ज़्यादा बिलीव करते हैं. ठीक है, जो चीज़ प्रैक्टिकल नहीं होती है सो उसका जो है कहने का कोई फ़ायदा नहीं है. जो चीज़ हम कर सकते हैं उसको कहने का फ़ायदा है. सो एम्स ऑफ एजुकेशन इन pragmatism. Pragmatists do not believe in any predetermined fixed ultimate truth, ideals and values. Their explanation is that natural and social environment for the human always keep on changing, and in this changed environment human daily comes across new experience and builds new ideals and values. Hence aims of education cannot be defined. As per pragmatists, education should develop following abilities in the children: development of ability to understand social environment, ability to assimilate experiences, and ability to define ideals. Human is social creature who takes birth in the society, lives and dies in society, and his social environment always keep on changing, and by education we should develop such capabilities in children so that they can understand their environment and adjust it. Pragmatists' expectations from humans is that he will not accept predefined ideals and values, but he will define ideals and values based on the self experiences. For this, children have to be educated on understanding problems, their solutions, actions, experimentations, decision making, and hence defining ideals and values. According to the pragmatists, this could be the first task of education. Development of dynamism. Pragmatists expect humans to be dynamic in finding new truths based on the new experiences with the help of education. Pragmatists expect children to develop the power to understand changing circumstances, to change themselves as per that, to feel their requirements and attain them by changing environment. By this only humans can keep on progressing. Development of social skills. According to the John Dewey, first goal of education should be to develop social skills. He has given a place for social interactions, love, sympathy and living with the cooperation and ability to earn in the earn social skills. उसके बाद जो नेक्स्ट है वो है pragmatists want to see complete happiness of humans. This feeling of their has promoted a social habit and democratic form of rule. Some pragmatists believe that development of democracy is the ultimate goal of education, and emphasis on the social efficiency, creation of the new values and ideals, more emphasis on the society rather than the individual. ये जो है society में ज़्यादा focus करता है individual के comparison में. Adjustment with the present and to change the present. Development of the resourceful and enterprising mind. Aim of education is to provide more education, and it means that every learning experience of the child should result into more experience. It should be means of new learning, all round development of an individual personality and continuous reconstruction of experience. उसके बाद जो नेक्स्ट है वो क्या है, एजुकेशनल प्रिंसिपल्स ऑफ pragmatism. According to the pragmatism, education is based on the society and they emphasizes on the social and physical environment. Pragmatism focus on emphasizes on the child-centered education. According to them, education should be given according to the situation and needs of the real life. Pragmatism give more emphasizes on the experiments and experiences. Pragmatism believe in positive education and education based on the experience and experimental education. It emphasizes on the restricted freedom of the students. Pragmatism believe in the progressive and dynamic education, not in universal and spiritual education. Pragmatism lays stress on the learning by doing and learning through the self experience. They believe that senses are the gateway of knowledge, and pragmatists take care of born power, interest, inclination and ability of child. Methods of teaching in the pragmatism: learning by doing and learning through the experience. Pragmatists give more emphasis on the action and they say that children are active since birth. They always act and these activities result in thoughts, and hence children should be made learn by doing themselves, means learning by doing by themselves and learning by their experiences. According to the John Dewey, anything should not be taught straight but by activity. Providing real life situation, pragmatists against bookish knowledge or book learning. According to them, teaching methods should provide purposeful and practical experiences and activities. These situations should be based on the interests, desires and inclinations of the child. Integration. According to the pragmatists, teaching all the subjects by relating to such other is best method. Experimental method, project method, problem solving method, scientific methods. Curriculum की बात करें तो pragmatists take care of born power, interest, inclination and ability of the child while framing of the curriculum. Pragmatism stress experiences based curriculum, activity based curriculum. It is developed on the basis of the following principles. Principle of utility: only those subjects, activities and experiences should be included in the curriculum which are useful for meeting the present and future needs of the child. Children should have the freedom to opt the subjects and activities according to the needs. And principle of interests की बात करें तो while constructing curriculum, the constructor must take care of ability and interests of the children. Curriculum should include sports related to the children, social activities, festivals, historic and social activities in addition to different subjects. Principle of experience. So pragmatists give much importance to the experiences also. Children should get full opportunity to gain self experiences. And principle of unity की बात करें और प्रिंसिपल ऑफ एक्शन की बात करें तो प्रैग्मेटिज्म जो लोग हैं, प्रैग्मेटिस्ट्स जो हैं वो बिलीव करते हैं दैट नॉलेज इज अ यूनिट. अकॉर्डिंग टू दैम इट इज इंपॉर्टेंट टू प्रेजेंट एनी सब्जेक्ट्स विच आर टू बी taught and any activities to be done by children at any level as an unit and should be interrelated. Pragmatism lay emphasis on the practical work, child activity, action and experience. Learning should be by doing. Principle of correlation. So pragmatism advocates correlated teachings of different subjects for effective learning, interdisciplinary approach rather than the individual subjects. ठीक है. उसके बाद for instance, while teaching languages we may include topic on environment, road safety, etc. Physical science, home science, social science, history, geography, agriculture, science, mathematics, फिजिकल ट्रेनिंग, हाइजीन और लैंग्वेज एक्सेट्रा, ये सारी चीज़ें भी हो गई. डिसिप्लिन की बात करें तो pragmatists बिलीव इन द सोशल डिसिप्लिन. pragmatists neither accept provision of the punishment nor want to keep them under the influence of teachers and do not give them full freedom. They give emphasis that children should be given more and more opportunities to participate in the group activities in the higher social environment. उसके बाद next time, by participating in these activities children will develop habits of following social rules, taking care of others' interests and doing work in the original manner, and slowly they will start thinking that as their duty, and hence in this way a feeling of discipline will be developed in them. This is true discipline. According to the John Dewey, discipline is a mental attitude. It advocates social discipline based on the child's interests, activities and a sense of responsibility. It maintains that play and work Play and work should be combined, and this combination will result in the formation of mental attitude and discipline among the pupils. It cannot be imposed from outside. Teachers की बात करें, so the position of teacher is very important in pragmatism. Pragmatism regards teacher as a facilitator and guide. It considers teacher as an arranger of experiences or stage setter, director, facilitator, motivator, and etc. Creator of learning situation. He or she should be good guide, friend, and philosopher. The chief function of the pragmatic teacher is to suggest problems to his students and stimulate them for finding the solutions. And he must be trained alert and resourceful and a man of foresight. And he must be an experimentalist. उसके बाद हम बात करते हैं स्कूल की. So according to the pragmatism, school is a laboratory of experiments to be done by the children, and the school is a social institution where child gains real experiences of actual life. It develops a social sense and duty towards the society and nation. And the school is a small society where a child gets real experience to act and behave according to his interests, aptitudes and capacities. उसके बाद जो नेक्स्ट है वो ये है, द अदर साइड्स ऑफ एजुकेशन. बिलीव्स एंड आइडियाज आर ट्रू इफ दे आर वर्केबल एंड प्रॉफिटेबल, otherwise false. They emphasizes on the vocational education, compulsory general education, education for the aged, public education or people's education, and they have declared that education is the birthright of a man. ठीक है, so this is all about the pragmatism. तो हम डिस्कस कर चुके हैं आइडियलिज्म के बारे में, नेचुरलिज्म के बारे में, प्रैग्मेटिज्म के बारे में, और नेक्स्ट वीडियो में हम बात करेंगे किसके बारे में, एग्जिस्टेंशियलिज्म के बारे में.